While the walkout is ending today and we're going back to school, we are not just giving up and going home.
The OEA making an announcement that not everyone is on board with.
I happen to think it's probably more politics than anything because Commissioner Mastin would like to keep his job and you guys are running the train.
Sparks flying at the Capitol this time between lawmakers. Educators had a front row seat as Democrats and Republicans let each other have it.
While some schools are back in session, parents aren't giving up on the fight for funding.
I'll have the forecast for the Drillers opening day and a look at what you can expect this weekend.
And while many are helping teachers any way they can, several small towns are struggling.
You just get to hide behind policy and procedure and the Senate this, or it's not gone through the right process that, even though we can bring other bills direct to the floor. So I suppose it's a little bit like that, Representative. Thanks for the question. We can do it all day if you'd like.
The lawmakers have called it quits, and so have the teachers. Republicans and Democrats blaming each other for the lack of funding for education. Even though they didn't pass any education funding today, things were heated on both sides. Everyone's frustrated.
Now lawmakers have called it a week, but the bickering is still a hot topic at the Capitol. We wanted to show you just how bad it's gotten. People filled the rotunda during what was a relatively quiet end to Lawmakers Week, but then Republican Representative Brian Martinez and Democrat Corey Williams exchanged words over voting to repeal the capital gains tax exemption.
So just to make it clear, we'd rather protect the power structure in this building than let the people have a voice on the way that we pass taxes and revenue-raising measures. That's my question.
I suppose it's a lot like you want to protect you guys from actually having to go on a vote with capital gains and actually put it on the floor so that your constituents know exactly where you stand. So I guess it's kind of like that.
Democrats have been trying to force a floor vote on the measure they say could create up to $100 million a year. But Republicans have said they won't budge.
The fact that it will not add any money that we could now appropriate, we can't get a certification on it, it will not give us any money for education or any other agency. Is that not correct?
No, that's fundamentally false, and that's not even remotely close to what I said. I also said that I believe they are unwilling to put the number on the ag exemption because if there's a number attached to it and it can be certified, the pressure in this body to actually do something exposed to ignoring all of the people that have been here all week might be a little bit too great, and you would actually have to let your constituents know where you stand on these issues.
Lawmakers will meet once again to talk about these issues on Monday. Teacher walkout is now over, but some schools say they're not going back to class tomorrow. For example, TPS says they'll hold off until Tuesday.
Speakers today say the focus now will be to run against lawmakers who fought against funding for education. Now, Channel 8's Jordan Lucero joins us live from the Capitol with more about the announcement. Jordan.
The OEA wrapped up a press conference just about 90 minutes ago, making that point here today. They also said that even though they're calling for the end of the walkout, you can see the stage is still set here on the south steps of the Capitol. They're asking any teachers who are from school districts that have already canceled class for tomorrow to come here as a way to say thank you for everybody who has helped, the community organizations that have helped during this walkout. But they say, though that walkout should end, the focus should shift towards the elections.
The state didn't find itself in a school funding crisis overnight. We got here by electing the wrong people to office. No more.
The OEA says its latest talks with the Senate made it clear there was going to be no new progress with education funding, and polling of its members showed the majority were doubtful continuing the walkout could produce any new results. The Senate and those House leaders, the Republicans, they were saying all week that they were not going to pass any new revenue deals, and it was time for the state to move to other business. Those House Democrats still pushing for capital gains, though. The OEA members say even though they are calling for an end to that walkout, this will not be the end. They're having members from all of their delegations from different schools still come here, small delegations to the Capitol every day until the end of session to continue lobbying for education. Live at the Capitol, Jordan Lucero, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Jordan, thank you. Right now, a few Green Country schools are headed back to class. Some of them did today. Some parents, though, kept their kids home. Channel 8's Amy Jensen live in Sapulpa with why they're not giving up. Amy.
Neely, Sapulpa was one of the schools open today, but the parents I talked to say this fight is far from over, and if teachers can't be at the Capitol or rallying on the streets, they'll be there for them. Day 9 of the teacher walkout for some. Many Sapulpa students were back in class this morning, but Charlotte Dukes kept her kids home.
My kids spend more time at school sometimes than they do at home. So I need their experience there to be everything that it can be.
She worries it won't be.
What happened that made them have to go back is taking a lot of the pressure off the legislators.
After 8 days, Sapulpa Public Schools ended their walkout. The district says it gave teachers the option to go to the Capitol today, but because of contract stipulations, they would not be paid.
I feel like if they had the support from their leaders to keep fighting this fight, that something would actually happen with it.
So Duke says she's fighting for them.
Whatever small measures we can do, be it keeping our kids home, be it writing letters, be it calling our leaders.
Sapulpa parent Kendra Klein is doing the same.
We'll go to the Capitol, we will take signs, and we will let everybody know that we are there for Sapulpa because they were forced back into the classroom before they wanted to and before anything got accomplished.
Klein says she and her kids have been to the Capitol twice already.
They see their teachers struggle. They see their classrooms with broken toys and books that are older than they are.
And Klein says they aren't turning back now. The school says it will have delegates heading to the Capitol over the next few days. Reporting live in Sapulpa, Amy Jensen, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Amy, thank you. The walkout is affecting entire towns. With kids out of school, some businesses are missing their daily traffic. Channel 8's Charles Ely tells us that includes downtown Jenks.
In the city's downtown, the shops and restaurants are open and ready. You can still buy a 6-foot metal rooster or just about anything else that comes to mind.
Thing is as long as we're in business, we guarantee it for life.
But with the teachers' walkout, the geraniums aren't moving at Cobber-Deans.
You know, I got 100 in 2 weeks ago, and as you can see right now, I have half of them left. I mean, usually by now they're out the door. They're in the ground, and people are enjoying them at their own homes.
His business is the most visible enterprise in downtown, so the surprise the demand for garden items has been so soft. But it's all about the daily traffic flow. On a normal afternoon, Main Street in Jenks would be packed with traffic as people drive back and forth from school. Right now, there are plenty of parking spaces, and you can jaywalk without taking your life in your hands. While business is off overall, a few places are seeing extra traffic. The River City Trading Post says they're seeing quite a few families because they offer an excuse to get the kids out of the house.
We are family friendly no matter what's going on in the world, and pet friendly too. So bring your dogs.
While this antique business is helping to pass the time, the owners who could use more activity aren't really complaining. They tell us the teachers are doing what they think is right, and that's earned them some respect.
I actually, that walk from Tulsa to Oklahoma City, that's something right there. I've walked many miles in my days, but I don't know if I could do 110, in 7 days. That's quite a bit. I might have calluses on my feet.
All the places here think they'll make up for any lost business soon because the walkout can't last forever. In Jenks, Charles Ely, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Downtown Tulsa, it's been a beautiful day, but tomorrow could look very different. Chief Meteorologist Dan Threlkeld knows all about it. Dan?
Dan, thank you. A coaching legend decides it's time to take a step back.
Jenks head coach Alan Trimble officially announcing his retirement today. Sports anchor Ryan Brasler joins us in the Update Center with the latest. A tough day, Ryan.
Yeah, Neely, it is incredibly difficult to quantify what Alan Trimble has meant, not just to the football program at Jenks, but the community as a whole. What you can measure is his success on the field. Coach Trimble started as head coach of the Trojans in 1996. Since then, his record has been nothing short of remarkable. He won 242 games, and he only lost 41. He won 13 state titles and only lost 8 home games in his tenure. Trimble announced he was battling Lou Gehrig's disease in June of 2016 and said in his press conference today his body is starting to feel the effects of that disease.
I think in my heart that it's time to get some new air in the sails, to put a man in my position that physically and emotionally can grind it out.
Trimble is using his disease to help other people as well. He helped create the Trimble Strong Foundation to give back. Coach Trimble will be inducted into the Oklahoma Football Hall of Fame in August. He was the first active coach ever chosen for that honor.
Wow, Ryan, thank you. It's a big day for Tulsa on the Diamond as people head downtown for the Drillers' first home game of the season.
Yeah, it's a great day for some baseball, isn't it? Channel 8's Keith Taylor live at One Oak Field tonight. Keith, I'm still trying to figure out how you talked your way in being there live tonight.
I don't know how it happened, but I'm not going to question it, Mark. Glad to be out here. We've been out here all day. It's been an absolutely beautiful day as we get ready for the Drillers home opener here at One Oak Field. Mike Malega, the general manager for the team, has got the rally towel. You got folks lined up, ready to come in. I mean, this is a perfect night for baseball.
Perfect. I mean, you couldn't draw it up better. I mean, honestly, the way that this winter has gone, ups and downs, it all came together for opening night. So, yeah, we're pumped for some great weather and hopefully a Drillers victory.
And the nice thing about it is you got a lot of festivities planned tonight in addition to the first 1,500 fans. We got a parade that should be coming by here. Absolutely. You got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. It's off and running.
It is. I mean, that's what we do. We pack up that promo calendar. There's lots of great stuff for all of the fans, all ages. Parade's coming in right now. 5,000 rally towels for the fans as they come in. 5,000 schedule magnets on the way out tonight. Fireworks tomorrow. Towels on Saturday for our first Grand Slam Saturday with Channel 8. So it's going to be a great weekend. And then it's Jackie Robinson Day on Sunday. So, I mean, it never stops.
That's the nice thing about being affiliated with the Dodgers, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely helps. So we're going to be one of the few teams wearing all 42s.
That is
on
awesome.
Sunday, yeah.
Listen, Mike, thank you much for taking the time. 7:05 first pitch, seats still available. Come out and enjoy this incredible night, guys.
And lots of food as well. Thanks, Keith. Ahead at 6, a throwback to the late 30s, early 40s is stopping right here in Tulsa.
We're going to give you an up-close look at the vehicle you've probably only seen in pictures.